Hello, hi. Welcome to the classroom. Please like, share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
The national budget is like a big financial plan for the entire country. It's a way for the government to decide how to use the money it collects from taxes to provide services and invest in important things like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Let's dive into how it works. The annual budget speech. Every year in February, the Minister of Finance delivers the national budget speech in Parliament. This speech is crucial because it explains to Parliament how the government plans to raise money for the next financial year and how they plan to spend that money. What is the MTEF? Another tool at the minister's disposal is the medium-term expenditure framework. It is all about how the government spends money on important things over a few years. The government looks at all the important things they need to spend money on. These include quality basic education, skilled workforce, safety and security, job creation, economic infrastructure, rural development, housing, protecting natural resources, and efficient local government. Then they figure out how much money they have and how they'll use it over a few years to make sure they cover all these important areas. Why is it important? The MTEF helps the government make sure they have enough money for important stuff like education, healthcare, and keeping people safe. It also helps them plan for the future, like creating jobs and making sure everyone has a decent place to live. By having this plan, they can avoid spending too much or too little money on these critical areas. Budget priorities. In South Africa, it's essential that the minister budgets enough money for critical issues such as combating unemployment, reducing poverty, building new infrastructure, and investing in education. These are the building blocks for a prosperous and equitable society. Understanding large numbers. When we talk about the national budget, we're dealing with a lot of money, billions of rands to be exact. To put this into perspective, a billion contains 9 zeros.
Money from countries that have inflation.
$1, $5, $10, $20, $100, $500, $1,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, $10 million, $50 million, $100 million, $200 million, $500 million, $1 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion, $50 billion, $10 trillion, $20 trillion, $50 trillion, and the last $100 trillion.
It's essential to understand the scale of the budget to grasp its significance. Sources of government revenue. The government gets its money mainly from taxes. There are two types: direct taxes and indirect taxes. Direct taxes come from people's incomes, while indirect taxes are paid on things we buy, like value-added tax, VAT, and sin taxes on items like alcohol and tobacco. Direct taxes are taxes that are directly taken from individuals and businesses based on their income or profits. The two primary types of direct taxes in South Africa are income tax and company tax. Income tax. Income tax is a tax imposed on individuals and entities based on their income earned over a specified period. South Africa operates a progressive income tax system, which means that individuals pay tax at increasing rates as their income rises. The tax rates are structured into different income brackets, with higher earners paying a higher percentage of their income in tax. Taxable income is calculated by subtracting allowable deductions and exemptions from total income. Deductions may include expenses related to employment, investments, and certain contributions, while exemptions may apply to specific types of income, such as interest earned on savings accounts. Individuals are required to file an annual tax return with the South African Revenue Service to declare their income and calculate their tax liability. Taxes are typically withheld from salaries and wages through a pay-as-you-earn system, but taxpayers may be required to make additional payments or receive refunds based on their individual circumstances. For companies, income tax operates similarly but with some differences. Company tax, also known as corporate income tax, is levied on the profits earned by registered companies and other business entities. Here are some key aspects. South Africa imposes a flat corporate income tax rate on companies, which is applied to their taxable income after allowable deductions. The current corporate tax rate in South Africa is 28%. Similar to individuals, companies calculate their taxable income by subtracting allowable deductions from their total profits. Deductions may include expenses incurred in the course of conducting business, such as salaries, rent, utilities, and depreciation of assets. Companies are required to file annual tax returns with SARS, disclosing their financial statements and calculating their tax liability. Tax payments are typically made in advance throughout the year based on estimated profits, with any shortfall or excess reconciled upon filing the annual return. Sin taxes, also known as excise duties, are taxes imposed on products that are considered harmful to society, such as alcohol, tobacco, and sugary beverages. These taxes serve multiple purposes and are important to the national budget for several reasons. Sin taxes contribute significant revenue to the government's coffers. The high consumption of products like alcohol and tobacco means that these taxes can generate substantial income for the government, which can then be used to fund essential services and programs. Products subject to sin taxes, such as tobacco and sugary beverages, are associated with various health risks, including obesity, heart disease, and cancer. By taxing these items, the government can offset some of the healthcare costs associated with treating illnesses related to their consumption. Sin taxes are also used as a deterrent to discourage excessive consumption of harmful products. By increasing the cost of these items through taxation, the government aims to reduce demand and consumption, thereby promoting public health and reducing the societal costs associated with substance abuse and unhealthy lifestyles. Levying sin taxes reflects the government's commitment to promoting public health and social responsibility. By discouraging the consumption of harmful substances, the government demonstrates its concern for the well-being of its citizens and strives to protect vulnerable populations such as youth from the negative effects of substance abuse. Let's look at how the government spends this money. It focuses on key areas like education, healthcare, housing, social grants, transportation, and security. Education. The government provides school buildings, textbooks, and teachers to ensure all children have access to quality education. Healthcare. It aims to provide affordable or free healthcare to all citizens, promoting equal access to medical services. Housing. The government ensures access to reasonable housing and public facilities for all citizens, supporting community development. Social grants. Various grants support vulnerable groups like pensioners, children in foster care, and those in need of food assistance. Transportation. Public transport, roads, and other infrastructure are vital for connecting communities and facilitating economic activity. Security. Investments in law enforcement and defense ensure the safety and security of citizens, maintaining law and order. Alignment with government vision. The national budget reflects the government's vision and goals, such as job creation, economic growth, and social equality. By prioritizing spending on education, infrastructure, and housing, the government aims to create opportunities and improve living standards for all South Africans. Understanding the national budget helps us see how our tax money is used to support essential services and address key challenges in our society. By ensuring responsible spending and investing in critical areas, the government aims to build a brighter future for all citizens. Thank you for joining us in this lesson. If you learned something, please share this video with a friend and give it a like.